Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Nintendo Direct September 2025 has blessed us with some amazing news. Mario's 40th anniversary has blown out of the water for this Nintendo Direct. But before we delve really deep into Mario's 40th anniversary, let's first list off some of the notable releases that have been announced for this Nintendo Direct. Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC is being released. It's called Emerald Rush and DK Island. We have a new game coming out on the 5th of November 2025 called Dinkum. It looks like some kind of life simulator safari game. Danganronpa comes out in early 2026. Dragon Quest VII Remake is coming on the 5th of February 2026. Dynasty Warrior Origins has been announced for the 22nd of January 2026. Tears of the Kingdom DLC, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. This is coming out on the 6th of November 2025. Not too much longer to wait. There's lots of games that have already been announced and released but are coming to the Switch too. We have Final Fantasy VII, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Stardew Valley, Overcooked, and Human Fall Flat are all coming to the Switch too. And now for some of the more notable releases just before we get into this Mario stuff. As we've all seen before, Resident Evil 9 has already been announced. There's tons of trailers that have come out, there's gameplay, but what really shocked me is that Resident Evil 9 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. This is mental, a handheld game that's gonna run a AAA game like Resident Evil 9. This is probably the biggest, most ambitious Resident Evil we've seen to date. Just completely surprised me that they even have the hardware available on the Switch 2 to be able to run this. We've been given another trailer as well. Not too much more is released. We see the Umbrella logo. We see a couple of new monsters. One of them crawls on the window. There's a few snippets of stuff that we've already seen, like Grace screaming, but it just is building that hype. They are drip feeding us these trailers. I'm all here for it. I'm very, very excited to get into Resident Evil 9. And hopefully you guys who are Nintendo purists are really excited this game is coming out on your console and you can play it wherever you want. Virtual Boy? What the heck is this about? Who asks for this shit? This is something that completely came out of the blue and something that I don't think anybody expected. It is a piece of plastic where you insert your Switch console and then you can play really old school Nintendo games, the 2D mono-colored games that were released back in like the 80s and the 70s. Who's asking for this shit? I don't know. Who's gonna buy this? Okay, first of all, I'm definitely not going to buy it. I'm not into this kind of retro stuff that deeply. A lot of the games that are released on there's way better versions, newer versions that have come out. Let me know if it's something that you'd probably pick up. I'm very interested to know the consensus among the community for this one. This is probably going to cost something like 80, 90 pounds, knowing Nintendo, for a piece of plastic. This just goes to show that Nintendo will do absolutely anything but bring back old school Pokemon games. Like, where are they? People have been asking for this stuff for ages and they just want to bring out stuff like Virtual Boy. It doesn't make sense to me. This is not a cop. I'm not looking into this. Talking about Pokemon, we got Pokepia coming out. This looks like a fantastic game. This looks like Pokemon meets Stardew Valley. A life simulator game puts you in the perspective of a Ditto that turns into a human, and that Ditto goes around and basically creates this Pokemon sanctuary. It looks like you can plant flowers, you can make this sanctuary however you like, you can get as many Pokemon as you like, you can build them ponds, hills, grassy areas, anything you'd like, and it's all up to you to customize it. This looks absolutely fantastic and is something that I'm definitely going to look into. This is coming in 2026, but not a definite release date yet. Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly is coming to the Switch and the Switch 2. This is a remake of an old school Japanese horror. I believe it was a PlayStation 2 game that came out years and years and years ago. It's a decently rare and expensive PlayStation 2 game. In the UK, if you want to look it up, it is actually called Project Zero instead of Fatal Frame. If you look on CEX, for example, this is £95 manual and boxed. So decently rare, decently expensive. This is just a classic Japanese horror game, super freaky, super dark. It looks like you're using some kind of camera that you can combat the enemies with, believe you maybe be able to take a photo of them and it backs them off. They don't like the bright flash of the camera. This looks insanely cool. I'm not too familiar with Fatal Frame myself. I can just see themes of classic Japanese horror. Freaked me out when I watched it, so this is a definite cop for me. And Metroid Prime 4 is finally coming out this year. I'm not a massive Metroid fan myself. I've never played the games, but I know for a fact people have been asking for this for way too long. The release date has been all up in the air, but it finally comes out on the 4th of December 2025. So make sure you put this on your Christmas list and you be good. And lastly, this is just Nintendo being Nintendo. Pokemon Z to A or Z to A, however you want to call it, hasn't released yet, but it's already got a DLC, a paid DLC announced for its release date. This is called Mega Dimensions, and it features an X and a Y kind of style, I believe it's a Raichu that is a Mega Evolution in the game. I don't know what this is about. I don't know what this is going to bring to the game. This is probably going to be something that's added onto the game at launch. You buy some kind of special edition and you get both of them for one price. Just classic Nintendo trying to grab money before their game is even released. Okay, now here is the big stuff. All of the Mario releases. First of all, we got Super Mario Galaxy movie announcement. This is super cool. I didn't watch the first Super Mario Bros. Movie. From watching clips of it, it looks really cool and I've heard great things about it. I've heard that this is a fun movie and I might have to watch the second one just before I watch this one. I'm very excited for this. We also got a look at Mario Tennis Fever. This for me is a definite cop. This looks so super fun. This is a mix of Mario and Wii Sports. I remember playing Wii and the Wii Sports games and playing tennis all the time. It was a super fun, super nostalgic game, and the Mario version of it looks to heat it up to 100. There's power-ups you can use. You can use a mushroom racket, and I believe it can shrink other players. So it's tennis, but with added fun, added power-ups. I am looking forward to this game very, very much. We've got a new Yoshi game as well, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. This looks really, really cool. It looks like a mix between a Game Boy Advance game and a modern game, just with updated graphics. The art style looks insanely unique and insanely cool. It is more of an illustrated art style, but it really fits the theme of this, as it's more of a 2D scroller kind of game, very similar to the old school Super Mario games on the Wii. I'm very excited for this. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it myself. I will definitely be looking up gameplay. And this comes out in spring 2026. And the huge, big, massive announcement. We are getting Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 ports to the Switch and Switch 2. Oh my god, man. I have been eyeing up the Super Mario All-Stars 3D game for ages. The £70 price tag on that game used at the moment is really driving me off of buying it. In that game, you get Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy 1, all in the same cartridge. Now, I wanted to play it primarily to obviously get the nostalgia from Super Mario 64, but I really wanted to play Mario Galaxy because a lot of people have been saying this is the best Mario game that's ever come out. Really, really cool looking game. But you can get both 1 and 2 on the same cartridge. This is coming out on the 2nd of October, so not too long to wait. However, this is only a port. It's not a remaster, it's not a remake. It is bringing it from the Wii just to the Switch. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about that. For one reason, the price of it is $70. And you know for a fact it's going to be £70 as well here. £70 for a port, that's way too much. I know it's 2 games in 1 cartridge, I get it, but at least add some stuff into it or redo it. I don't know how the hell this is going to be different to what's previously been released, if there is anything. But 70 quid, it really paints the picture for me that Nintendo is just all up for money. Like, yeah, they listen to the community and they're going to bring out the Galaxy games, but £70? Really? That's what we're doing these days. Mate, come on now. Come on. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you like these breakdown videos. I really enjoy going over sort of gaming events and telling you what releases are coming out, what I think of them, in my opinion, what I'm really gonna look forward to getting. Hopefully you guys have watched the Nintendo Direct. Let me know what games you think look really good or what games you think you might purchase in the future. Let me know what you think of the setup as well. Should I continue doing this kind of setup for these kind of videos? I'm away from the bookcase for viewers that are returning. Got some gameplay in the background as well. We're getting profesh. I've got one of these as well, which is just a cake spatula. I mean, for the shits and giggles, you know. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya!